Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your bill yet.
So I found this website. We live with hater. Trying to pick up some photos early. Trying to add some. That might not be good today. Oh yeah. Oh. Uh-oh.
Hi, my name is
No.
Laura, and I run a company called Jotful.
Don't care. Don't care what you got, what you running. We don't care. All right, we're ready. Just about. We adding YouTube. Get that going. Yo! What's happening?
How good of you to join us.
Being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. Welcome back. Start. 7 minutes. Keep going. That's right.
How good of you to join us.
You don't think
experience true level? Do you?
all right.
Do you know something I like that? Booby I probably know a lot you don't.
Oh, can I kick it? Okay. I was going to record these songs and then add it to the system and then put all the copyright stuff in the title. I just ran out of time. I ran out of time, man, the last couple of days. This week has gone by so fast. So freaking fast this week has gone by. Oh man. Oh, let me cancel all these. Let me add in some stuff. How was your week been going for you? Sir Anthony, how's everything been going? Glad you're here. Let's see if I'm picking up some feedback noise. I don't know what the hell that's all. Oh, because I have two broadcasting simultaneously on YouTube with the cell phone format and in the widescreen format. So why they got both audio on here. I guess maybe they'll get that fixed sooner than later. All right, so let me share some videos until we get some more people in here. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, Generac is having some free training. Make sure you guys can see that. Let me make this thing big. As they say, tap down. I went by J. Alexander's. How many of you have a J. Alexander's? So I'm familiar with J. Alexander's. We used to eat J. Alexander's all the time in Chicago. We had one. Well, I think they still do have one. We had one in Oak Brook. When my wife and I were newly married, we used to go to the J. Alexander's in Oak Brook all the time. You had that sweet potato that they make. Sucker, it's good. So now in this very posh area we have in Houston, they put up a J. Alexander's and a couple other spots. So now I had a chance to get up in there. And I'll tell you about some of the equipment that they had in there today, and like a hodgepodge of stuff. Went and dropped off more chemical. My client went through these chemicals in a matter of 2 weeks. I mean, this was a hellified week for them. So I had more sanitizer, so I dropped off some sanitizer. They got a little more time with the detergent, and they need some rinse aid. But rinse aid is never, dishwashers work without rinse aid. And this is what I want to talk to you about.
But you got to have vision.
This is what got me into J. Alexander's. This is what is getting me into Bojangles. This is what's getting me into a lot of new clientele. And that's all you need. That's all you really want, is to get introduced to the clientele. So a lot of little nagging things are going on, and it's all small components that they're having issues with. So they're next day going to send by next day air all these parts. This used to be an American company, but I guess the Chinese have some kind of ownership with it or have some control over it, because everything is coming out of China, and quality control is suffering because of it. Oh, all right. So you're trying to register for Manitowoc training hosted by URI, but you haven't been able to do it online without any contractor account. You don't need a contractor account. So you can just go on over to URI, or you can just call URI in Florida. Their headquarters is in Florida. And to get a contractor account is free. Let me put myself on. There's no requirement to get a contractor's account. So you just call up. You need a contractor account anyway, so you just call up and you fill out the form online. It takes about 5 minutes. There's no credit check, no nothing. It's just to prevent regular mom and pops from going there and buying stuff. So you have to interact directly with the branch through email. That is not true, but you're still in correspondence. So let me hook you up with this. Let me drop that. Let me stop the screen. All you need, because the local store and well, actually, corporate has to do this anyway. Corporate has to do this anyway, and this goes for all of them. Hold on one second. What do I need to do? Sign in. So you see how it says info at URI. You just email them. You just email them, and then they'll get you set up. And the store, it takes like 3 minutes, 2 minutes to get you all set up in the store. Hold on one second. I'm copying this for you. So all you need to do is send your information to the info at URI. And then they'll call you back. Let them know what city and state you're in, and then they'll call you back and get you set up. And you see how they got this COD? Oh, my bad. See how they got this COD? So you could just email them here and get everything started. So let me give you the link. Everything is always on everybody's website. So it was right there the whole time under your nose. None of these accounts are locked. You can get your Baker account within 5 minutes. You get your well, Baker is going to take a little while. They'll set up your account conditionally, and then you have to you got to wait for them in Florida to get it all straightened out. Hoshizaki is the same way. So Hoshizaki, you're setting that up with the local branch. You're not setting that up through Atlanta, Georgia. That's all through the local branch, which now Hoshizaki owns the vast majority of the branches. Manitowoc and Scotsman is the same. Well, yeah. So Manitowoc and Scotsman, you're going to do that through URI. So that's once you get that account, then you're all set. But ladies and gentlemen, these things only take a few minutes to do. You want COD, you don't want a credit account, just COD. I find that when you get a credit account, weird things happen to you. Like they will add things to your account, because anybody can go on up there and say they were so and so. They show an ID, and then people will try to put stuff on. This has happened to me, in all of 34 years. People have always tried to add stuff to the account because they mistake a name, they mistake a phone number, they mistake a name, a phone number for yours, and they go in there and they go, oh, like for me, example, I even had a customer called me from Louisiana. They were looking for Reed Appliance of Louisiana, and it was an elderly woman, and she ended up calling me. And another example is that I had somebody else go ahead and get an ice machine, and they end up crediting a whole nother company for the payment on the ice machine. And then they came back over here talking about you never paid for the ice machine. Like, no, the hell we didn't. Ice machine was paid for. And they go, oh, we saw this name on the check, and so we had an account with that same name, and so we accredited that account. So that's why I typically go with COD. Right. All right. So here's this fun story about URI. I, at one point in time, had 8 different accounts with URI. 8. The reason why I had 8 accounts is because I fill out the form, we send it off. URI headquarters tells me I'm good to go. I go to the store, And they go, we don't see you in the account. I go, what the hell are you talking about? Here, fill out another form. So I filled this form out 10 or 12 times. I ended up with 8 different accounts. What it ended up being is the way they had my account as Michael Reed Appliance instead of Reed Appliance. And so I had 8 different accounts with different variations of my spelling of my name. I don't know how the hell you get 8 different variations out of Reed Appliance, but they did it. What we ended up finding out was they need to look you up according to your phone number, right? So they look you up according to your phone number. And on every single, when you're trying to go to class, every single person that conducts the training class, you need to contact them and sign up with them, and you'll get your account. You know, the account will follow later. Because the only reason why you need the account is because Untamed Kango. Only reason why you need the account is because when you run a warranty call, they want you in the system so they can pay you. They used to pay me with credit card, like the same way you put in the chip to pay. You would put in the card, and then they would pay me into the card. But now they want to do check or something like that. I don't know. I haven't done a warranty for the entirety of 2025. I haven't done a warranty for them for Manitowoc in 2025. I only did 3 for Isomatic. Matter of fact, what do I have here? Matter of fact, I've done so few. Hell, I got the Isomatic paperwork right there. This is the Isomatic and I haven't even opened it. So I need to do I actually have to submit for those 3 because it was a mix up. So I have no idea what the hell is in here because what the hell did I say? I did $700. Oh, it shows the amount. Dear vendor, disregard that we mailed you. Yeah, because I know this was like way too early. Yeah, so you're not going to do warranty like that on ice machines. So it's not a great concern, but you do want to get your correct pricing. And that's really what it's all about. So it's not a problem to call. So Sir Anthony, it's not a big deal to call down there to corporate, and you same people you emailed your stuff off to, like the one that's on the screen. You call them and say, hey, I sent my stuff. Do you see me in the system? And when you go to the store, have them look you up according to your phone number. Because when they try to look you up according to name, you never really come up. You never come up. And for the rest of you that are here, thank you all for being involved,
being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
And
How good of you to join us.
I do appreciate each and every one of you. My name is Mike Reed. I am a service tech in the massive state of Texas, in the hour away from everything city of Houston. I own my own company, and I am here to answer questions to you all about the business. So this is really a Q&A. This is not really designed. Yo, there the brother is. This is not really designed for me to lecture you guys on anything. This is more or less for me to help guide you and help you avoid the pitfalls that you will encounter in this business. So no need of you going through the 5-year, 10-year inevitable learning curve that you're gonna have to go through. I'm here for you to cut right through that. Fuck all that. Just get right to the money. Screw all the rest of the stuff. tell you what's bullshit. We get down to it. Who's paying, who's not paying, who's in bankruptcy, who's not in bankruptcy, all that thing. Yo, brother, what's happening? Brother Terry.
How good of you to join us.
Yo, so this is, hold on, let me get to this for him. Let me show you what you missed today, brother. He was actually sending me a text message when I was live. Okay, good. So most of my questions are answered. Yeah, I know. Most of my questions most of the questions get answered in the videos that I have. The blueprint, yes, is already out there. In case you guys don't know what he's talking about, I preach that you guys should sign up with as many manufacturers as possible. There are over 3,000 manufacturers out there in the industry. You know, like Brother Terry's finding out. He's finding a new brand every day. A new brand every day. He's like, hey, man, you heard about this brand? I said, hell no, I didn't hear about it. I don't know all, I don't know 3,000 brands. There's so many brands out there. Who knows? There's brands that have gone extinct. There are brands that are popping up. I'd say at least a dozen. I learn about a dozen or so new brands, every year. Every single year. And each market, each industry has their own thing. So let me see. All right, now that I've gotten that off the screen, so yeah, my thing is for you guys to sign up with these manufacturers. That way the manufacturer is helping you with tech support, helping you with parts. You're really cutting through a lot of the drama. So I have been eyeing this manufacturer for years. Every time I go to a chicken restaurant, a fast serve chicken, quick serve chicken restaurant, they always had their equipment. Every now and then, especially new, every now and then I would see the equipment sitting there with the plug, on the floor or wrapped up somewhere. And I know damn well this thing is in use all day, every day, as long as they're preparing chicken. So what these do is, like, this is a flavor marinator, and then you have the breading, automatic breading machines, and it's not really much to these machines. So what happened? Something happened with the emergency stop on this one. They sent me out there to verify if that's indeed what it was. I was on live today, and I went through all the various components, and this thing actually had a popper on it. It actually had a popper. Damn, every single view I got is a bad view. Oh, there we go. There's the damn popper. I was shocked. They even had a fucking popper on it. Popper is a resettable fuse. I carry like about 5 or 6 of these. When you're doing work on various different pieces of equipment and you want to protect it, you want to, find out where the hell this thing is, what's causing the fuse to blow, you would wire in line a fuse protector, a popper. And this way you don't have to keep changing fuses. And this was actually a really small one. I didn't even bother to check. The manufacturer is actually going to provide me with a number of parts. Quite a few manufacturers are doing that right now. Hold on a second. This one is from Woodstone, and Woodstone is going to send me some other stuff. This was the board. I'm going to go out tomorrow and fix replace a relay board on one of the French fry. One of the rice cookers. They have a 3-position. All Chipotles now have a 3-position protein cooker, so it cooks the rice and it cooks the beans. And it's set up for beans, brown rice, or white rice. And then got another care package from my good friends over there at Caliente Presses. And he finally, after all these well, I wouldn't say after all these years, after so much time, he's finally got his name on the damn touchpads. So he's having some let's just say some redesigning. It has been done on these touchpads. I first noticed this a couple of months back. I tried to, you guys see me go through Chipotle, and it's my job to check everything out to make sure it works. And I had some issues with some of the not the panini, the tortilla press. I was like, what the fuck? I'm thinking maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm having difficulty starting it, and it's just me. No, it wasn't me. It turned out that there were some redesigning that needed to take place. So he said, man, you're a cool guy, man. I'm like some of the people in that making fun of me on the chat. He said, man, you're a cool guy, man. Let me send you some stuff. So he sent me a whole new, this is the brain to the tortilla press. And actually that overlay goes over the front of this. This is where you turn the machine off and on. So he sent me a whole new kit because I take care of the Chipotles when they're under construction. When they're under construction, they're mine. I used to do everything for Chipotle. A long time ago, I used to do everything. So he sent me enough to take care of 90% of the issues. When it is a heating element type of deal, he just has to send out a whole new one. Gave me some. He doesn't exactly have wiring schematics, but he sent me a black and white photo of where the wires are supposed to go. Oh, and just so you guys know, right? This version is so new. Check out the serial number. That's how young this version is. 00. This is 4. Was this one 4 or 5? Yeah. This one is number 4. So I am in the whole country. I'm the one that's doing. So this one is serial number 5. I actually am doing 1 through 12 or whatever, but I actually took care of, out of this whole new series, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, from the beginning. So I actually had to go back to some of the other ones that I did, and he's gonna take care of me. He's gonna pay me, but he's you guys are the only one know that there is this issue now because I blabbed it out. I told you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to some of the other Chipotles and put on the new touchpad and get that on in cracking. So what's this question here? Sir Anthony had. Did the parts come in for the unit that you were working on yesterday's live? No. That's part of today. That is part of today. Hold on one second. So what they decided to do is, this is the same manufacturer from yesterday. That was also an Air King. That was the Bojangles. So when I went out, it was too late to send out the part. Remember, I went out, it was after 4 or something like that. And so they are on East Coast time. In order for it to be sent out next day air and all that other stuff, it would have to be before 3 East Coast time. So it made no sense. So I had to go today and look at the other one. They've got about a dozen for me to go take care of. And these two are going to get sent out. So they're going to be sent. The parts are going to be sent to my home because the Bojangles is about 18 minutes from my house, and it's south of my house. So he's just going to send that over there. I'll take care of that. And then I'll go back by the Galleria, Houston Galleria, and then I'll take care of the J. Alexanders. And that's what you're looking at on the photo. This is the one by the Houston Galleria. This is the same manufacturer that you saw me do yesterday. And when I went to the restroom, I saw that they're also having, so the sensor is out on the urinal. So I am going to, yeah, that's another Chipotle. So when I do that kind of stuff, what else I got? Yeah, that's a Chipotle. So yeah, I got another Chipotle. Yeah, on the 24th. Okay. So I'm actually gonna try to do this Chipotle maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be pushing it, man. It all depends on when I get this damn part for the Air King, because Bojangles is losing their shit. And that's another thing you guys got to take in consideration. When you're doing brand new, like the Bojangles, yes, today is their third day being open. So when I went yesterday, that was just their second day. And of course, they found out on day one, that on the first day, that luckily they had two, but the unit that I need to work on was not working. But that manufacturer is going to send me a care package. So they're overnighting these parts for the two that you see, and then they're also going to send me a care package like the other manufacturers did. There is a big push. There's a big pushback from these manufacturers in regards to having corporate America provide the service. The manufacturers are not happy. They are not happy. I've explained to you guys before, it is a situation where they need butts and seats. The major service companies just need warm bodies that can pass a driver's test. So what you end up having is a lot of guys that are green to the industry. They have had very little training. Not that they can't get it, it's just that the corporations that they work for don't have time for these new people to get training. They're like, get them out there get their asses out there. Let them get some of these calls, and then when it slows down a little bit, let's get them in and get them training, because they don't even know if these employees are gonna last. So they don't even want to spend the money, the millions of dollars in training, and then the person gets out there and quits. So from corporate America's standpoint, they're like, let's get these people out there. Let's see how they do. Maybe they don't show up. Maybe they're abrasive with the customers. We don't know. Let's just push them out there and let's see what happens. The ones that decide to stay, we'll yank them out from the field. We'll put them in training slowly but surely. We'll send them to Cefesa, the NTE or NTT, whatever the hell that new tech training, I don't know, NTT, whatever the hell. Let's put them in that Cefesa thing where they'll learn water, gas, electrical, and steam. And then we'll put them back out there in the field, and we'll bring them back for ice machines and various other stuff. So that's what's going on. And the manufacturers are suffering. So they're sending people out. I mean, they're sending out calls to what they deem to be, the creme de la creme. And they're not experiencing creme de la creme. So, yeah. Quite a few manufacturers are kicking back. So this is, yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this hair. I'm gonna get this hair. That's what I'm gonna do with my hair, man. I gotta show this to my barber. So here's the Air King from yesterday. I got an old, my barber's older than me. Not by much. He's like 52, 53. But he don't seem to get it. I keep telling him what to do with how to do my hair, and he keep doing the Steve Harvey bullshit. I got to show him pictures of how the hell I want the hair to go. Anyway, so here's the other Air King. This is one from yesterday. This is the breader, sifter, my bad. And yeah, they can handle, you know, a, a variation between 110 and 220 in the voltage, Louisville, Kentucky. And so this is the one from yesterday. That was the Bojangles. And so when I went into the Bojangles, bruh, let me tell you, oh damn, I don't have any other pictures on the Bojangles. Yeah, I'm gonna do this with the hair. When I went into the Bojangles, man, I don't know if these are gonna. Let me see if I can blow these up. It's not gonna work. Yep, that's not gonna work. All right, I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna remove that. So when I went into the Bojangles, I'll tell you about what Bojangles had. I'll tell you what J. Alexander had. So when I went into the Bojangles, bruh, they had Hoshizaki refrigerators. They had the ice machine was Manitowoc. I don't need this right now. Hoshizaki refrigerators. They had Hoshizaki refrigerators. They had True refrigerators. They had Electrolux. They had Electrolux refrigerators. How many of you have contacted Electrolux and signed up with Electrolux at all? It is no longer, they are no longer doing the platinum. They're no longer doing the platinum thing. Because the platinum thing was a disaster. It was rough. Here. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen. I talked about Electrolux a while back. Let me see. Oh shit, I'm gonna need my glasses. And stop me at any time if you guys want to talk about training, what training is coming up, and all that good stuff. Unless you're in Texas, training isn't gonna come up for a while. Oh hell yeah, they do, brother. All right, man. Yeah. All right, let me show you. Electrolux. Electrolux has been on a buying spree. So Electrolux was, at one point in time, Electrolux was as bad as Hobart. Yeah, they were as bad as Hobart and Taylor. You couldn't work on Electrolux. You couldn't get any tech support on Electrolux. You had to be under their platinum plan. Under this garbage plan that they had came up with. And once again, it was a spectacular failure. It was a spectacular. They went down in flames. Do you not hear me? They crashed and burned Hindenburg style. So Electrolux has always been on the pricey side. Matter of fact, one of my customers has it. If you guys watch so that just goes to show you don't watch my lives, brother. Because if you watch my lives, you will have seen the Electrolux blast chiller that is under my stead at when I did the CMA dishwasher. When I did that CMA dishwasher for the Italian restaurant, they had me disassemble the Electrolux blast chiller and then reassemble it because they ordered it and didn't take any measurements and didn't realize that the damn unit was bigger than the freaking doors, all their doors, and they didn't have any windows. It was just a cluster. So once I stripped down the doors, stripped off the front grill and all that stuff, took off the hinges, it was actually able to fit. Hey, bro. Hey, but the whole thing is, all right. So Reggie says, hey, man, I do work. Right. But the whole thing is I don't edit my lives. I don't edit the videos. They're usually of poor quality because I'm in a place where I don't have good signal, things like that. When you go in these kitchens, you go in these restaurants and these universities, these retirement homes, you're in a Faraday cage. You're in this stainless steel box, and you really don't have very good signal going out. Sometimes my clients have Xfinity, and my phone service is with Xfinity. So using Xfinity, it piggybacks off of their Wi-Fi, and that's when you'll see a good signal if they have Xfinity in their building or relatively close. Then I can pick up that Wi-Fi signal, and then I'm actually broadcasting off of that. But that's what I do the lives so that new technicians aren't so nervous about going out, so they can understand the process, like how chaotic it is, and not so when you do go out, you're not alarmed that people are staring at you, people are walking by, people are asking questions. That is completely normal. If you watch my lives, you'll see that I talk with them, I joke with them. Don't just sit there and bust out in sweat like, oh, I'll be done as soon as I can. I'll tell them in a minute, man. Keep your ass on. Keep him on, man. Don't you gotta chop suey some shit, man? Get your ass on out of here, man. I'll get to you. I'll get to you. Calm down. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Get the hell on out of here. As long as you do it in a joking way. I joke with them like, yeah, you watching, it's gonna be extra. They start sweating and shit. Yeah, you get the hell out of here. So I let people know, yes, there's gonna be people all in the mix. They're gonna be all in there. They're gonna be all in your gumbo. And that's fine. That's fine. You need the I-Ching, you need to roll with it. I take people through the process, even though it's chaotic, even though all this stuff is going on. Hey, start with the basics. Is there power at the plug, right? And then you don't got to go all the way to the board. You just stop. The minute you no longer have that flow of electricity, whoa, oh, wait, hey, what is this? And then you check it out from there. You make sure, yeah, this is where the current flow of electricity is supposed to go. I don't have any electricity here. Is there anything obvious? Is there something, a loose wire or something? If it isn't that, like the job today, we bypassed it, and it's still, we bypassed it and it didn't work. So the shut off, the plug, the emergency shut off plug was actually damaged. It was actually bad. So let me show you this Electrolux. Let me go to refrigeration. And I didn't get a chance to look and see what those two Electrolux refrigeration units were. I don't know if they were thawing cabinets. They could have been. So a lot of this stuff is rebranded products. Electrolux went on a buying spree, and they bought, like, no joke, they bought about 20 different companies, coffee manufacturers, other beverage manufacturers for juices and things like that, soft serve. They just went and bought. They just went on a crazy ass buying spree. Crazy. And wait a minute, hold on one second. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. You say you didn't know they do fridges, because I was about to say, brother, you, let me make myself big. You work on Electrolux washers and dryers. You've been to the training. I told you about Electrolux washer and dryer training. But yeah, they do. Oh, hold on a second. Let me go back. Yeah, they do everything, everywhere. So the blast chiller is actually made by another company. So yeah, Wasco Mat and Electrolux is the same. They are same, but they are different. Hold on, where it is.
We are same, but different, but still same.
So I do the dishwashers. I told you guys I do the Electrolux dishwashers. I do the Veetsan. They also own Veetsan. Because they own Veetsan, they have dishwashers made. There's no difference. There's no difference between the Vitson and the Electrolux. It's just branding. So what they do is they keep the original badge, but you'll see that, oh yeah, there's 2 Vitson under counter and there's 2 upright Vitson uprights, and they're both 1 is 220 and the other is single. One is 220 single phase, the other is 223 phase, and that's what you're gonna have here. Oh, my bad. That's what you got. Yeah, so I think this is the 3-phase. No, this is the single phase. 208 single phase. So it's 208, and then the other one, let me go back. The other one is going to be 208 3-phase, is it? Let me see. Hold on, I'm almost back. The other one is 240 single phase. All right, so it's okay. It's even more complicated than this. So there is 208 single phase, and then there's 208 3-phase. Then there's 240 single phase, and then there's 240 3-phase that they actually make. They're not showing you that, but trust me, that is what they have. So when you go out on this stuff, you got to make sure of what the voltage is incoming. I know you rarely see me use a meter, and I rarely use a meter on the stuff that I am intimately acquainted with. I'm already familiar with how it reacts when it has higher voltage than what it should, lower voltage than what it should, and no voltage, right? Check little things like that. Cook and chill. Here's the Skyline. So they have combi ovens. Electrolux has combi ovens, and then there's their blast chiller on the left. Blast chiller on the left, and so my customer has one of these, and then the combi oven is on the right. As I told you guys before, everybody has a combi oven. Yo, picture man. What's that, brother?
How good of you to join us.
So like I told you guys before, don't worry. Everybody has a combi oven. Everybody and their mama has a combi oven. And so what Electrolux and some of the other ones do that is a step above the Germans, right, is that they have this interconnectivity where the kitchen is all networked up and every item talks to each other. So everything is synced up. So then when the combi oven is just about done with the food, it will start to chill the blast chiller. All right, so the blast chiller will be ready, and it'll already have the temperatures and everything set up once you program the combi oven. So when the food is done, you open the door for the combi oven, take the food out, open the door for the blast chiller, put it in, and lock the door, and it will already start the sequence. You're going to put in the temperature gauge into the product, whether it's dessert, whether it's chicken, beef, or broccoli, fish, and then it is going to finish the whole process. So all you do is you're doing this either using your phone like some of the other brands or using the actual screen itself on the unit. All that good stuff. Well, I see you guys aren't interested in this, but I'm gonna move on. I'll move on. But yes, just know Electrolux has, before I do that, hold on, I'll show you even the ice cream. Electrolux has everything. Another big thing that Electrolux has got going on is, man, where the hell's the rest of their stuff? Another big thing that they have going on, where the hell's the beverages? Let me go back. This is strange. Hold on, I gotta do a search. They target Michelin star restaurants and cooking schools. That's one of the ways that they end up in the customer's front of mind and in their heart is is that some of these chefs get trained on this equipment, and that's how they learn how to cook. And that when they, just like this blast chiller with this customer that I have, I got stuck with it because they went to cooking school and they were taught how to use the Electrolux blast chiller, and so that's what they ordered. Surprise, surprise, the chef is no longer there anymore, and I'm stuck with this damn Electrolux blast chiller that nobody knows how to use. So yeah, Electrolux Professional, they bought Craftco and Grindmaster. They bought Unique. They bought so many different companies. But anyway, they have Electrolux has ice cream machines, full size, not just a single serve, but they actually have upright 2-barrel ice cream machines. And then they have, like I said, the coffee machines, hot water boilers. They have a full suite. They are currently redoing it. If I look at their catalog, if I download the catalog, it'll all be in here. I think they're just redoing the website. Yeah, industry solutions, hotels, bars, cafes, self-serve laundries, supermarkets. Let me see what the hotels got. So yeah, Electrolux is poised to take over the world. They just won't because it is price prohibitive. And so, as you can see from the picture, brother, that's not Electrolux. That's actually Wasco at the Waldorf Astoria. All right. So that's why you're not really gonna see some of things, and this is for brother Reggie, Reginald Terry, brother. You're not really gonna see this stuff, especially not with the customers that are asking you to work on some of this old stuff. They're not the ones that are gonna have. They're not going to have this high dollar stuff. They're going to have some regular stuff. Funny enough, so Sir Anthony says you're interested in it, but you have to stay in the ice lane. Now, you cannot forget that I told you guys time after time after time, sign up with everybody. You're not going to get any calls. You need to sign up because you might just have a customer that has a product that you need to service. And if you're already signed up with them, then you can do it. If your customer decides, they say, hey, they own Randell. All right. So they say, okay, we've had this Randell for 20 years. We're going to get a new one. Can you take care of this Randell for us if we get this new one? You don't want to let that customer go. So you say, yeah, I'll take care of it for you. Especially if it's new, you're not really going to have that many problems. So you want to sign up because you want to keep your enemies at bay. You want to keep all competition away from your customer. You don't want to give your customer any reason to call in an outside service company. So the number one thing you want to do is sign up with as many manufacturers as possible. This isn't residential. They're not going to send you calls. They don't know who you are. They don't care to send you any calls. It only matters to them when you call them up and you tell them, hey, this is my customer. Like for me, I completely forgot that Electrolux was purchased by Randell. I mean, Electrolux had purchased Randell. And then when I called them, they reminded me, and I said, oh, yeah, I am signed up. It's under my professional. I said, oh, yeah, that's right. I'm with you guys. And you go through the access toolbox and all that other stuff. I don't know where the hell my password is. I don't know if it's going to, yeah, it keeps giving me the wrong thing. Yeah, they own the Zansui, which is the rice cookers, the commercial rice cookers. Dito, they own Molteni. Molteni is another, you're talking about $250,000 on just about anything Molteni. Talking about $250,000, anything Molteni. But you need to sign up with everybody. Everybody, do not be afraid of the call, because the main goal is for you to take care of your own customer. The main goal is for you. See, this is the Moltini. The main goal is for you to grow by way of these service calls. They're only going to send you cake calls. They're not going to send you anything difficult because it's going to make them look bad. They already have people that they want to service the stuff already, and you are just the backup to the backup to the backup to the backup to the backup. You are that very, like, oh God, nobody's available. All right, hold on, let's go down there. Like, all right, well, let me call this guy and at least let me have him go out there and take a look at this thing and tell me what's going on. And that's the whole point. It's not for you to go out there and save the fucking day, because they don't have any faith that you're going to go out there and save the day. All right, they just need eyes on it. What the hell is it? What do we need? At the very least, they will fly out there. All right. At the very least, they will fly out there, but they would at least want you say, hey, man, we'll pay you. We want you to go out there. We want you to check voltage. We want you to go out there. We want to see if you can find anything burned, any wires hanging, any shorts. Is the circuit breaker tripping? Is it? Send us pictures, right? So they would have you do that, and then they would go out. They're going to fly out. Because Michael is big on that. Michael has their own people. Like they'll use me and they'll use some other people, but they have their own people. When they have a really big fuck up, they will actually go out there. When they have something and everybody's like, no, fuck them, they don't want to do right, Michael will go ahead and get that rolling suitcase, and they will walk their asses through the airport, check that luggage, and they'll fly into town, and they'll drive on over there, and they'll stay there all weekend with a suitcase full of parts, and they will go ahead and fix whatever needs to be fixed and charge that customer. Yo, what's going on, man? You've been hanging in there. I do appreciate you being around.
How good of you to join us.
So do not be afraid about signing up with manufacturers, because they're not going to use you like that. The only ones that need you are the upstarts. Right? You're brand new to the industry. So people that are supplying Michelin star restaurants with equipment are not going to call you. Okay? Just so you know. Hold on one second. Shoot. Uh-oh, I forgot to do this. My bad. Damn. My bad. No, it's not made. Kids. Oh, I want to thank all you guys for the super chats. I do have super chats. Hold on. Now that I'm in here, I just found them the other day. I just found the damn super chats the other day. Hold on, let me make sure I'm live with all this stuff. All right, both of those are live. Let me see if I could, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find these damn super chats. I might have to write these down. Let me see if it's under here. It's weird. Okay. So yeah, the Quiet Storm, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Brother Learn a Trade, First Class Services. I didn't know you had did it. I don't know, this thing don't show up too well. And then Mr. 0781, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Quiet Storm, First Class, Learn to Trade, Quiet Storm. Let me see if I got some more. Okay, so that's it. That's all right. I don't really, I don't really look on this stuff that much. And it, for whatever reason, it doesn't pop up. It doesn't pop up. So now, while you guys got me on here, we've been on here for I guess about 30 minutes. We've been on here 30 minutes. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Salute to you. Now we went over this one. So this is currently what I've been going on, and we're starting this whole new partnership. So they promised me a whole lot of things that they got going on. And this is what you saw me working on today, is the tumble marinator. And like I said, this wasn't even a chicken shop, but what that's what I want to go into. So at this restaurant, J. Alexander's is a very nice restaurant. And so they have a Rotosol rotisserie. So they have this marinator. So you only need a few employees. You only need a few people prepping when you have equipment doing the heavy labor, right? So they're able to start this machine, put that chicken in there, and that marinates the chicken. Then they take it out of there, and then they put it in the Rotosol. How many of you guys have heard of Rotosol? Anybody? God, I need that Bueller. Thing.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
You guys ever heard of Rotosol? Now, I don't know if my guy is still over there, but Rotosol has been making a major push. No longer do you have to order things from France. They have a warehouse. They have a warehouse here in California. And he's got all the parts there. So you go through a lot of motors with Rotosol. You go through these motors. For whatever reason, the motors burn up. Especially, I've noticed, especially when they position them next to a grill, range top. I don't know why people do that, but they do it. And it like dries out the oil in the motor. And then so you end up with a burnt out motor. And when that happens, you still have a couple other motors. So this is Rotosol. I did a whole segment covering these rotisseries. So this is Rotosol. Whole around the rotisserie oven is a restaurant by itself. The most famous of them was Boston Chicken, and then they turned it into Boston Market. It was a whole cluster, but Boston Market was like a real breakout star with that. And then of course you guys know that Sam's Club, Costco, and every grocery store now gives you rotisserie freaking chicken. Everybody gives you rotisserie chicken. So as you can see from here, each position, each spit, well, this one has just 2 chains. But yeah, each position, even though this was a 4. Yeah, okay, so it still has 4 motors. Each position has its own motor, and then it has a drive chain. You also have the issue where the drive chain stretches. Issues come up with the links, and you got to replace the chains. There's a lot of slack in the chain, but this thing is around this constant heat, and so it alternates. So for a 4-position unit, 2 motors on the left, 2 motors on the right. And as you can see here, you can gain access to the motors relatively easily. But the damn thing is, I don't know why they do this, and it's usually one side is next to something hot, and that's of course when you end up with all the drama. And this J. Alexander's is no different. I believe that that Rotosol, it was a small one. I don't know. Let me see if I can even find it. Let me see if I can find that sucker. It's not a basket one. It is a smaller one like this. It's like these. It's not as sterile looking as these. It's a traditional looking one. It's a traditional looking one, but it's none of these. It is none of these. It's on the live. I brazed over. I glanced over. Well, I went over it real quick. I didn't really focus on the Rotosol but it was there. It's not a basket. It's not a heated display. And it's not a Brazilian rotisserie. Huh. Once again, this thing is from France, and they have a number of different items. For those of you guys that are dead set on doing residential, so here's their residential one. Here's their residential. There's Rotisol. Once again, if you do run across these, there's a rack of lamb. This is for your rich and your famous. So yes, they'll have this in their outdoor kitchen. And you do fish, chicken, pork, duck, goose, all types of protein, ham, and then you do vegetables and things. They have they'll have fingerling potatoes and things that they have it designed to where the drippings come off of the meats or fish, and then right onto the typically if they're going to do the meats or the poultry, then the drippings are going to go down into the fingerling potatoes, the carrots, the Brussels sprouts, that type of thing. But anyway, I am going a little much. I'm losing y'all. Anyway, so this is Rotisol. I gave you. Let me give you the information on how to contact them. Like I said, this does get you everywhere where you want to be. We have a chain. When I first ran into this, it was for a chain called Velvet Taco. So this gets you into your casinos, MGM Grand, Harris Casino. Yeah, they make all these deals. Paris. What else we got? Lucky Eagle Casino. I don't know. That's at Kickapoo. Oh, the Mandarin. Anyway. Yeah, Hard Rock Cafe's got it. Kenny Rogers. And Houston Steakhouse. I've heard of Lemonades. Caesar. Yeah, all right, so we're starting to repeat ourselves. Let me give you his information. Shit, if I can find it. Let me see if I can find his information here. Let me do Rotisol USA. Contact information. Yeah, there we go. Huh, I like that. You see how that is? I had to actually find the old website to get their freaking number. So if you would like to contact them, here you go. Let me see if I can get his name real quick. Yeah. If he's still there, excuse me, Hugo. So you want to ask for Hugo, but you don't. If he's not there, then you can speak to somebody else. I don't know if he's still employed there, but Hugo, you're looking for Hugo. And that's the guy. That's the guy at Rotisol that you want to talk to. He's the one in charge of parts. He's the one in charge of warranty and that type of stuff. Not that you would have to deal with warranty, because like I said, once again, on hot side, warranty stuff is like 90 days on the vast majority of hot side equipment. 90 days, some, very rarely is stuff a year. But sometimes you do have stuff that's a year. I don't think that's the case with Rotisol. Because once again, this stuff has been made since World War II, probably before, and they just keep cranking out the same product. Slight changes because the US government says, hey, you got to do this, you got to upgrade that. But that's why you don't see any digital, anything. Oh yeah, and this is the legacy website. Let me see if I can talk. Anyway, so that's Rotasol. Yeah, it was on kitchen. It was on, oh, there it is. This is more like the one with a digital front, but that one didn't have a digital. It was on Gordon Ramsay's show, stuff like that. They do all these product placements on these cooking shows. I don't know who the hell is watching these cooking shows anymore. I myself, I used to love them, but I don't watch them anymore. But yeah, there we go. That's the basket type. Anyway, so you got those, and you got a number of other ones. But the whole reason why I went over this is because Air King. So using Air King, using Rotasol, using Hoshizaki. So J. Alexander has this one. Let me show you this one. It has the Hoshizaki. IM 500. I believe that's the IM 500. Yeah. Yes. So they have the IM 500, which is the square cube. The square cube machine that they can stack on top of each other. From where I was positioned, it looks as if they have two of these units stacked on top of each other for one bin. Yo,
Being involved and being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Brother Frank, what's happening with you? So J. Alexander had this. Now I don't know if this is going to be at all their stores. I don't know if this is in their stores in Chicago, but I do know here in Houston. So I saw the Rotasol. I saw Globe. So they had Globe products there. The slicer was Globe. Globe slicers are one of my favorites. Hold on a second. But yeah, this is why you get training. So when I present my information to J. Alexander, now I have management. I have several numbers at local management. They know me. They know I'm the guy to call to bail their asses out. And then I present to them and say, hey, look, when you call me out for the Air King, I can also take a look at the other stuff. Or when you ask me to take a look at the Hoshizaki, I can take a look at the Air King. So the Hoshizaki, this unit in particular is going to be a this is going to be a major draw because it is a if it's not clean, it becomes a problem child. So this is the one that it doesn't quite give you the 2-inch square cube, just shy of that 2-inch cube. And you see they got 3 years warranty. So they're usually in La La Land as far as doing preventative maintenance on the unit, changing filters and things of that nature. So they don't know that they have to clean the unit until the unit goes down. And then they're scrambling. They don't know that they got to change the ice machine water filter until the unit goes down, and then they're scrambling. So it is now my opportunity to go ahead and present them with one of my packets and say, hey, look, I'm your Hoshizaki guy. I'm certified. I'm trained. I'm your Air King guy. I'm trained. You guys talk to me about it. I'm their Globe guy. Let me show you the cube. So that's the cubes that this particular one makes. This is the one that everybody wants. That's the cube that everybody wants. They actually want the cold draft cube, but they'll settle for this because it's when it's serving expensive whiskey and things like that, they want this slow melting square cube. And then I told you guys about Globe. Oh, what the hell is it called? It's Globe Commercial. I'll just look up slicer. Globe Food. There it is. So they had Globe. Now they did have a Hobart mixer in there. But if they ever decide to get rid of it or they ever decide to add on a globe, then that's me. That'll be, oh, damn it. I don't want to stay in the loop. I find that the globe, oh yeah, that's right, because I looked up mixers. I find that the globe slicer is just very intuitive for me to work on. The globe slicer is extremely intuitive to service. And yes, they have slicers from as little as like $500 on up to these slicers that are, I think they're like 10 grand or something, or 8 grand. Hold on, let me see what this one is. The automatic slicers are pretty expensive. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so not that bad. Not that bad. As high as 10 grand. As high as 10 grand for that automatic slicing globe, slicer. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so Sir Anthony says you're finally in the chat with the names that you hear in the video. Yeah, okay, nice. I'm glad you got all caught up and now you're up to speed. So like I said, you're using one product to get to another. You're using one product to gain the trust of another. So once you get in with one, you then call the manufacturers of the other and say, hey, I'm taking care of so-and-so has your products. Or you go to a number of places and you say, hey, man, I go to a lot of these Bojangles and I notice that every Bojangles you got this or you got that. Or, I'm going to be giving Bojangles my stuff and say, hey, you guys got Manitowoc. I'm Manitowoc certified and I'm already going to be coming in taking care of your Air King stuff. Hey, guess what? I'm also with Hoshizaki. I'm going to be taking care, I can go ahead and take care of your Hoshizaki refrigeration, and maybe do your preventative maintenance. They also have Hatco. Bruh, I can do your Hatco boiler because they're going to need service on that Hatco boiler. And so it just you use one to get to the other. That's how that is. And I don't know if that brother was in here, but on that live stream I did with the liquor store where I was out there like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Damn, I still got scratches on my arm when I cut into that. There was a 7-Up branded Hapco unit. And I was trying to explain to him, hey, look, when that sucker, the customer probably will inherit it. As long as that liquor store is buying Keurig Dr. Pepper drinks, they will give them a new one. The customer might say, hey, look, Keurig Dr. Pepper gave me a new unit. I got this old one. They said it has a leak or it's not cooling anymore. How much to fix it? You just sell them a new cassette. You don't do any seal system work, none of that bullshit. Just sell them a new cassette and be done with it. They're going to get the fridge. They've gotten the fridge for free anyway. So if they're going to pay you $2,500 for a new cassette and you get the new unit in there, so be it. Take the damn money and keep it moving. If you didn't want to take that old cassette, like I have one, if you want to take that old cassette, you want to take it to your shop and you want to pump it up, pressure it up and see where the hell the leak is and then fix it, so be it. You don't need the cabinet to get that cassette to work. All you need is another controller and a plug. That's it. That's all you need. You don't have to even use a Corel controller. You can use you can use any controller you want as long as it's for the right voltage. And it's an air conditioner. You could have that sucker running and you'll see, if it's working properly or not. And then in the future, if you want to, you get another customer that has a leak or have one of those and they want to pay you for it. Then you can say, hey man, I can go ahead and get you fixed up. I got a used cassette that I can sell you for, I don't know what the hell you would sell it for, but for whatever the hell you feel it's worth, snatch that one out, put in yours that has been tested and run, and rinse and repeat, bro. Rinse and repeat. But anyways, I've been on here for about an hour. Questions, comments, concern. Let's get to it. Hey, let me see here. Brother Terry, are you still here? Let me drop this link. Hold on, I'm gonna drop this link. Anybody can come on up, by the way. Anybody can come on up. Any and all are welcome to come on up. All you got to do is tap the link and you can come on up. I want to show, let me go into some of these. What is it? American Laundry? It is Laundry News. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of them. This is American Laundry. Yeah. This is the one I want to go to. American Laundry News. There are so many different brands of commercial laundry. I don't really get into them all. So this is Girbeau, which is Continental Girbeau. They dropped the Continental name. There's so many, so many. I only know about Electrolux. I know a little bit about, I know just enough to be dangerous with the with Speed Queen. I know my Chinese brand, my Una, dang it, what the hell is it? Uniden or Una whatever. I know this other one. Well, let me show you some of these other ones. Let me see. Jensen. Yeah, you got Jensen USA. That's on the side. Dexter. Okay, I know my way around Dexter. Oh, Jensen has some training now. So this is a slightly different animal. I haven't had many people ask me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, brother. I haven't had many people ask me about commercial laundry like that, and not in a while. So here's the best I can do for you, bro. Without us knowing which one it is, I've never seen a washer like that. So you have many different ones. You know, you can always call them for their tech support. They are used to helping just regular people. The reason for that is a lot of these owners work on the equipment themselves. A lot of these locations have their own in-house technicians. They are perfectly fine with helping people out over the phone. But these machines are going to be just like, I don't want washroom. I don't want, oh damn, they got robotics. Yeah, Jensen is more like tunnel washers. I don't know any. Let me go to this is Jensen. Let me go into, shoot, what's the other one? So you got so many other styles of washers. When it comes to that laundromat type of stuff, what they have in there is a lot different. Let me go to, damn it, hold on, let me go back. It's all going to be based on what brand name you find, and that's going to determine, you know, where you're going to get your parts from. Oh, Milner. Yeah, that unit that you showed me, I don't think it's a Milner. I've given many. There's Alliance. Alliance has their stuff. It wasn't an Alliance unit. It wasn't a Milner unit. It wasn't a shoot, hold on one second. Where the hell is all the rest of this stuff? Now, when I don't have to explain this stuff to somebody, this stuff will come up all the time. Hold on, where's this buyer's guide? Hold on one second. Let me see here. Continuous towel, dryers. Because it's just one with, based on that age of that one that you had, I mean, it makes it really hard because they don't None of the ones I know of look anything like that anymore. Hold on. Plants. No. Tumblers. So those are called tumblers. Oh, there's a BNC. You know what? It kind of reminded me of a BNC. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's go into BNC. I mentioned BNC to my father a couple years back, and he was like, damn, I ain't seen a BNC in years. So that unit you showed me, it might be a BNC. It might be. See, this is how they look now. Yo, Patrick Young, what's happening?
How good of you to join us.
All right, so Sir Anthony says you're not always up during the. Oh yeah, that's right, because you're hours away. Yeah, I'm gonna check in for accountability updates. You got a lot of work to do. Contact, yes, every day. Contact new manufacturers and make sure it's free to have an account. It's, I want to make myself big. It's free to sign up with parts accounts. So sign up with as many parts accounts as you have time for. The worst that can happen is you just close it for being inactive. But the worst thing you want to do is to need a part. You have to go through a specific part supplier, and you run into the situation like what you're doing now, and it takes forever. You know, and you know, it's rough when you got to pay more money than what you should. You know. Yeah, man, we just chilling. I'm just answering. Oh, let me go back. I'm just answering questions. And I am going over here. So, okay. See, this looks a little bit more like what you were dealing with, brother. This looks a little bit more. But don't forget, right?
We are same, but different, but still same.
So it's going to operate the same as the Wasco mat, the same as the Electrolux that you're trained on. It's going to have the same drain valve at the bottom, same gate valve. Everything else is pretty much going to be the same as that Wasco mat. You know, it's no one wanted to reinvent the wheel, bro. So everything is all going to be doing the same thing. It's just that you're going to have to call probably B&C directly to get parts for it, or you can always call. Hold on, because what's the name is gone now. Hold on, and I gave you the number PWS. Well, PWS has been bought up by PWS got bought up by Speed Queen. But let me see if they got B&G laundry parts from. Oh yeah, there's CLS or Cecil. Could be a Cecil. B&G. See, I don't even see B&G on here. A, B. There's no B. I don't even see B. So if it is a B&G, you're gonna have to go directly to B&G. That's what I'm saying. On these type of things, you're gonna have to go right to B&C. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go right to B&C and get that drain valve. If it is that, if it's a door lock, you're gonna get that. You know, if it is a blocked tube for the float switch, then so be it. You just clear that out and keep it pushing. But yeah, these are a lot of the other ones. Where's that? So CISSEL. All right, hold on. I have forgot about. Oh Lord, didn't change the name to Triad. Ain't changing the name to Triad. So yeah, I guess Sissel's not in business anymore. And they changed the name to Triad. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. So that's the other thing. Cecil is, yeah. So, yeah, you would have to get it through Speed Queen. Because I guess Cecil has been bought and is now defunct. If that's who that is that you got to work on, like knowing what it is everything. Greenwall. Let me see if that's Greenwall Laundry. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through this kind of stuff. I don't know. Because you guys don't, like I said, we're going to wrap this up. Greenwall Industries. There's so many on that side. So these are not, you typically don't find these outside of dry cleaners. You typically, I mean, when you go around, you typically don't see these. No, there's no green wall. There's no green wall. Hold on. Sister's gone. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I know that sucker wasn't a Dexter. I know that sucker wasn't a Dexter. Oh yeah, and then they have all the manuals in case you ever need a manual. PWS was the largest part supplier for commercial laundry. There still are like about 4 or 5 others, but PWS is everything. Ever since Speed Queen bought them, they raised the prices on every damn thing. They raised all the damn prices. I'm trying to see pay range, or maybe it might be a row. ROWE. Hold on 1 second. Ah, shoot. No major laundry equipment is named Row. Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's you're gonna be in uncharted territory, bro. All right, so here's a question. All right, where'd you send the picture to? Hold on 1 second. And then I see your message down there. All right, one photo. What the hell is this? Well, y'all be sending these way back. Brother, this picture is so far back. You and Brother Frank do this. Yeah, hit the like, people. Oh, okay. Yeah, shoot me that email. I just ran across her information this morning. Brother, you do this. Brother Charles does this to me too. Y'all send me these damn pictures like this. I'm like, man, what the hell? I'm wearing reading glasses, man. You got to stop doing this, bro. We man, I think you about a year older than me, bro. Come on, man. You know we got. What the hell is this? This ain't what you sent me, man. Oh, and if this is the case, yeah, you better off. I mean, I don't know what you would do. I don't know what you would do with this. If they imported this, shit, hold on 1 second. If they imported this unit from Spain, let's see. If they imported this unit from Spain, I mean, Marcia Aga SPA. I don't know if this was made in South America or if this was made in Spain. So, I mean, you're on your own, brother. You're on your own. That picture you sent me, it didn't look like this, though. I don't know where you got your information from, but the unit that you sent me, it didn't look nothing like this. It says AGA. But see, all this is in it can't be. It can't be. This is AGA and it's in English. It says master switch. Shoot, hold on. It says master switch in English. The one you sent me with the other AGA, this says machine in starting and stop. That's all in English. I know it's probably going to be backwards on this screen, but it's all in English. No. So my apps, they do not have an all-inclusive because their systems don't even talk to each other. So when I had the Randell and I called the number, I had to get transferred over to Randell, but it was still Electrolux, but it was just the department of Electrolux that handles Randell. And then Randell didn't realize that I was trained, that I'm set up with Electrolux on like 8 different products. I'm set up with Electrolux for unique coffee machines. I'm set up with Electrolux on their dishwashers, the power soak stuff. I'm set up with Electrolux on the mainline stuff. I'm set up with Electrolux on the Krathco, Grindmaster, and one of the other ones. So like they inherited me. Oh, I am their only servicer here in Houston for their Veets and dishwasher. So they inherited me on, like I said, like 8 different brands. So now they all got swallowed up and they're all under Electrolux, but they haven't unified everything. So all the systems, just like when any other merger, their networks are still separate. They're not joined together. The products out there aren't even under Electrolux yet. They still haven't run through all the product that they had that said unique, all the products that they had that said Grindmaster, all the products that they had to say Krathco. They still haven't gotten rid of all that branding yet. They still have so much of that. So once that's done, then they're supposed to switch over to Electrolux. James, Master Handyman. So yeah, you got to call up with Electrolux and do that. Brother, that was the picture you sent me. That AGA. That AGA 62030, this wash machine, if you look at the picture that you sent me, all the controls are all in English. And the other AGA, yeah, and it's AGA SPA, so it is foreign. SPA is the identification for like manufacturing. It's like LLC. Hold on, I'll show you guys. And the question for you: do you think we'll see a sustainable? What I don't know. Sustainable what? So yeah. I know with you being Brother Terry, with you being new to the business, you're gonna get the bottom of the bottom, meaning of SPA in business, right? Share purchase agreements, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's just a legally binding. Like I said, it means like LLC. So special power of attorney, SPA. A business that sells spa products. No. But it's just a moniker. SPA meaning for European countries. All right, let me see. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just a legal, like I said, it means it's essentially like LLC. So it's public limiting company. It's a legal suffix for Italian. All right. So the SPA is hinting at it might be of Italian in origin. So let's see. Let's see if that AGA. All right, AGA laundry and cleaning. No. AGA laundry and cleaning. Italy. So let's see what we can find here, brother. But yeah, you put yourself in some of the craziest stuff. And hey man, you ever heard of this? Hell no, I ain't never heard of that shit, man. I keep telling you there's over 3,000 products that are available in the United States, and you come up with shit that ain't even available in the United States, man. So oh hell yeah, there's been brother. Okay. James, Master Handyman, brother, there has always been sustainable refrigerant. So back in the early days, there was always ammonia. So there was ammonia. Only the rich, and man, the way you guys keep doing this, I gotta come up with this book, bro. There were like if you ever saw the Addams Family, whenever they didn't do kitchen scenes that often, but when they did, they had the canary bird cage and the bird was dead in there. And the reason why, like the Munsters, they had one too. The reason why people that were wealthy had birds in their kitchen was because the refrigerator was an ammonia refrigerator. And when it had an ammonia leak, when the canary died, when the parakeet died, it meant get your ass out the house, leave the room, and call the refrigerator repairman, right? And so they had to come and check. Now you have propane refrigerators. There were steam refrigerators. There's a whole bunch of shit. You have electric refrigerators where they have electricity runs through the circuit and it gets cold. And it doesn't really do that great of a job, but you'll see those little ones that they currently sell. They're real cheap. They say you could cool your wine bottle. That's one of those. They had larger ones for wine back 20, 30 years ago. And they had that one little heat sink in the back. And so the interior part got cold and the back got extremely hot. And that used to cool the wine back in the day, because you can't really get those at the moment. We can't really get those really cold, but it's cold enough for wine and stuff like that. But not really that good for meat. So they advertise to women to keep their makeup from spoiling, the ones that are using like uterus and other such placenta. And they blend it up and make face creams and stuff out of it. Those have to be refrigerated because they will spoil. And so we have those type of fridges that keep those cold. All right, hold on. Let me go on this AGA thing, and then I'm going to show you a couple of the sustainable refrigerant deal, because everything we're dealing with right now is sustainable. Butane is sustainable. Propane is sustainable. Ammonia is sustainable. CO2, because that's what we're going to, is CO2. CO2 is sustainable. So that's what we're on now, and that's what is causing such a uproar with HVAC, is that we're going to CO2. We're going to CO2, and and they're going kicking and screaming the whole way. Because it's a little dangerous. So here's the link in the chat for the AGA laundry. All right, for your laundry. There you go. There's your newer one. So what you're running into is, I mean, if it's a drain valve, it's gonna pretty much be the same drain valve today as it was that one that was like back in Moldova. Actually, Moldova. They moved manufacturing to Moldova. Oh God, the Italians. Anyway. They moved it across the border. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Yo, the Italians have moved so much manufacturing out of Italy. They moved it into Turkey. They moved it over there into Romania, Serbia, and now Moldova. Jesus. Bruh. I don't know how you get yourself. I don't know how you get yourself into these situations. Ding, 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 ding. This guy, well, that's carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. That's carbon dioxide that we breathe out. This is CO2. So let me show you this, because I've already shown him. Brother Reginald Terry, bro, you get yourself in some situations, and you don't charge nearly as much. You need to charge them so much that these fucking people cry blood. All right. So for you to do all this looking up shit and research and all that, because no one else is doing it. If it's not available locally, they can't call. They don't do it. They're like, fuck out of here, because it doesn't mean it doesn't make you any money. It's not like you're gonna corner the market on washers made from Moldova. What is your end game? Are you going to have 20 washers from AGA? Are you going to have 15 washers? Or is it just going to be this one damn washer that's 30 fucking years old that you're over there putzing around with for $200? That's crazy. Nobody else is talking. That's crackhead shit. Nobody doing that shit. Man. Nobody doing that shit. Nobody doing that shit. Nobody doing that shit. Nobody doing that. Are Lenny Max good? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Lenny Max. I don't know what that is. So CO2 refrigeration. So all your beverage companies are using CO2 refrigeration. And like I said, this is for Embera, which I tell people to call Embera. So CO2 refrigeration, all the fridges that are used in, so True has CO2 units, Embera has CO2 units, QBD has CO2. I don't know if excuse me, I don't know if what's the name has CO2, but when Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, they all use CO2. So all their refrigerators are, you stand a good chance that those refrigerators are going to be CO2. Say likely a commercial refrigeration system. CO2 is much higher pressures. 1,400 psi versus 100, 120 for your 290, your R600. You're going from 120, 130 psi all the way up to 1,400 psi. So it is a slightly different. It's a slightly different thing. Lenny Max, good. What dryers? What the hell is a Lenny Mac? I don't know what that is. I don't know what a Lenny Mac is. Yeah, YMCA. I have no idea. Yeah. Well, there's no money there. There's no money there. There's no money working on antiques. So the reason why that is because you need, first of all, every single one of these that you go out on, every single one, you need to tell these people that you sell and that you install new units. Say, hey, I'll cut this out of here. If you're having a hard time, I'll cut this out of here and then haul the old one away. Of course, you're charging for all that, but you'll handle that, and then you will handle installing in the new one, and you'll handle maintenance of the new one. That is what you do. You don't just, since you've already gotten yourself involved in this. Hold on a second. Since you got yourself involved in this, you didn't got involved.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Since you got yourself involved in that Mickey Mouse bullshit, you need to make the best out of it. Oh, Unimac. Okay. So you need to make the best out of it. You need to make the best out of it. So you need to present to the customer that you can sell them. What are you going to sell them? You're going to sell them an Electrolux. Why are you going to sell them an Electrolux? Electrolux/Unimac. Oh, you can't see me. You're going to sell them, not Unimac. Damn. Why are you going to sell them a Wasco-Mat or Electrolux unit? Why? Because you have access to it. You have access to the Wasco-Mat Electrolux unit. So you present that unit to them. And so once again, here we go. CO2 refrigerant. But you want to tell them, hey, look, man, when you're ready, when the time comes, if you're tired of messing around with this older unit, because here's the deal. Let me tell you what happened. That unit that has survived all these years, you wasn't here on the last broadcast, but the last broadcast, I told everybody else, every unit that I'm putting in, that's going to be their last unit, right? Every unit that I put in, if they last 20 years, I'm 50. Am I really going to be doing this at 70? So if the units, the dishwashers, the washer machines, right? All those big units that are designed to be serviced and to last for 20 plus years, if they last 20 plus years, I'm not trying to take my ass out there at 70 work on it. Hopefully I'll have sold the business, or somebody else has taken it over for me. Maybe some weirdo ends up getting married to my daughter and he has no self-respect and he ends up having to work for me. Some poor bastard, It can happen. It can happen. But if that does happen, then they take over. But keep in mind, right? So that's what your situation is with that wash machine. The guy who was taking care of that wash machine for the last 20 years, he has retired, or he's gone off this earthly plane, or he might have, retired and went to Boca. Hopefully he retired and went to Boca. But that guy more than likely had been taking care of that washing machine for the last 20 years. He's the one that had the parts. He had every part for that washing machine to keep that washing machine going. He knew that washing machine in and out. And now, hopefully he's in Boca, kicked up with black socks and church shoes on the beach. Hopefully. But that's the situation we're in at this point in time in our lives. If I'm 50 and this stuff lasts 20 years, this is it. I'm riding these suckers out. Every customer I get, riding off in the sunset with them. Whether I sell this company to a hedge fund or whether, I pass this on to somebody else, Oh, good. So we got a new person here. And I didn't forget about you, James. I'll be back. Hey, brother, you're a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. That goes for the rest of you guys. Please subscribe. Can you give a quick shout out to Dildo? There it is. There's you got me. There it is. Unimac. That's good. He got a sense of humor. All right. All right. So Unimac. That's right. Unimac is part of Speed Queen. Washer. I myself do not. I myself don't. I don't deal with Unimac. I never once dealt with. Oh, and he's from the phone stuff too. Oh, good. He's on the other side. I don't. Let me go to Speed Queen or Alliance. Alliance Laundry Systems. So here is. God damn it. Here is what Speed Queen is made up of. Let me go down to the bottom. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. So Speed Queen, they've actually dropped the brand. Speed Queen is Speed Queen, Unimac, and Hipsch. So there is a slight difference. There's a slight difference with the Unimac from the other ones. Ipso, there was no real difference between Ipso and the other ones. So I think they dropped it. I think they dropped the name. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what they did with Ipso. It's either that or they decided to brand Ipso for another market, for another country. All right, so what we got here? So yeah, this is typically, these are your classes. Even though this is 2023, this is typically what the class is going to look like. You got the equipment there. Look at that. You know, they're looking at the camera. And a lot of times these people are laundromat owners. They own, they own dry cleaners. The laundromat owners, dry cleaners, that kind of stuff. And so they, apartment complexes too. So they own apartment complexes, multi units, and they decided instead of having a service provide the washers and dryers, they would make the investment and purchase the equipment themselves, and in turn they're maintaining the unit themselves, or they have their own maintenance people do it. And so they go so they can get whatever training material and all that kind of stuff. That's why you see a lot of women. You will see a lot of women in these things, and that's because of the apartment management, building management, high rises, that type of thing. So Hipsch, Speed Queen, and I mean, yeah, you can get. Where's the Unimac, man? They are just phasing out the Unimac. But me, myself, and I have never dealt with Unimac. I have never dealt with Unimac. So I don't know. So once again, when you're dealing with Unimac, all your parts are going to come from Speed Queen. Everything is Speed Queen. These guys, funny. Anyway, so any other questions? Been on here an hour and 30 minutes. So let's see here. So brother, did I answer your question? Yeah, those people have to show you the money. Find that, where the hell did it even go? Hold on. AGA. Laundry, Italy. There it is. No, and see, it's not SRL, it's Agatech SPA. It's Agatech SPA. Let me see, SPA. And see, SPA is coming up with Spain. Let me do Spain. either way it go, it's made. We found it. It's made in Moldova. Come on, man. Come on, man. Either way it go, it's made in Moldova. Good luck. So there's an AGA that's Italy, and there's one made in Moldova. It looks like it's the same. Let me see here. Where the hell was it? Dude, I don't even, hold on. Did I put that link in the chat? Oh, let's see here. Oh, sure, no problem. Did I put that link in the chat? Man, where the hell did I do with that damn link? Oh, I did. All right, cool. AGA-laundry.com. All right, because I'm kind of curious. So let me know about that, bro, because I'm kind of curious my damn self about this one. All right. Anything else? But yeah, bro, so this is the one. It's crazy that I found it. I tried to go back and I couldn't find the damn thing. So I don't know how you're gonna get this stuff. You're gonna have to look at the time difference. So if you do need something, you're gonna have to call them. But like I told you guys many times before, there are over 3,000. There are over 3,000 commercial brands out there. I don't know them all. I just know a very small tip of the iceberg, bro. But there are so many. Every day, when you do your investigation, you're gonna find new units out there. All right, so what else we got? Because we've reached our time. So I want to thank Brother Frank. I always want to thank Michael Adams. What else I got here? Yo, don't forget, like Dill said, bruh, like, subscribe, and share. What else we got over here? My apps, no problem. All right. So Anthony says, so if we come factory authorized to service units, we can tell customers that we sell them to. Yeah. On the commercial side, you're selling what you work on. So on the commercial side, they don't care about the parts. The parts come from someone else. They only care about the item. So when you get into like too much, or you get into like, when that item comes to the end of its road, you'd say, hey, look, man, let's just sell you another one. And then you get paid. You charge the customer to uninstall the original one. You get paid to sell them a new one, right? So the manufacturer is going to sell you an item just like they sell you a part, right? Once again, the parts, they don't make the parts. They only make the item. They don't make the parts. Manitowoc Ice Machine does not make the pump for the ice machine. Manitowoc Ice Machine does not make the compressor. That's made by other companies. They don't. Now they do make the controller, so you got some proprietary parts, but they don't make the circulation pump. They don't make the compressor. They don't make the condenser fan motor. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Hoshizaki. Hoshizaki, they don't make the floats. They don't make the compressor. They don't make the pump. They make the machine. They make the evaporator coil, but that's it. Hell, when it comes to the refrigerator, they don't even make any of the refrigerator. It is 100% outsourced. and they just slap their name on it. And when it comes to the refrigerator. So, on the commercial side, there's once you become authorized, I don't know of anybody that is not going to allow you to sell units. That's part of like the arrangement. So if I go out there and I'm doing let's say a CMA dishwasher, and it's trashed, and I got to put in like $7,000 into the damn unit, I'll tell them, hey, look, man, let me just go ahead and sell you a new one. I'm gonna take care of the new one from the next 3-4 years or whatever, and do that and charge their ass the money for that and be done with it. Same thing with a refrigerator, same thing with ovens. You just sell them a new one and let that be that. That's how it is.
Do you know something at all done?
Booby, I probably know a lot you don't.
So yes. And actually, you don't even have to be authorized to sell a unit. It's just that when you're authorized, they know that you're not a customer. The only thing that they want to make sure of is that they're not selling to the end user. When they sell to the end user, they want to do it themselves. So that's the only thing. No problem, brother. No problem. And once again, I am going to thank everybody for contributing to the show, to the broadcast. Hold on one second. So we will do that. And I'll see you guys on, actually, if you guys are going to be watching, throughout the day tomorrow, I got a Chipotle to do tomorrow. That's a brand new startup. I'm gonna breeze through that because I got 2 Chipotles. I got the repair to do. Oh wow. Damn, my day is getting worse and worse by the minute. So I got 2 Chipotles to do. One Woodstone. Another is a startup. So one Woodstone, one startup. So there's 2 Chipotles. They're both on the west side of Houston. One is in Cypress, the other's in Katy. Then I got the Bojangles to do tomorrow. So I will go live. Going live drains my battery, so I will make sure I use the Milwaukee top off so that I have power. This way I'll have some power tomorrow. Because it'll be a 100% charge on my phone, but if you go live, it will drain a brand new iPhone. Going live, it'll drain that like a 30-minute live. It'll drain it from 100 to 0 in that 30 minutes because it's using so much power. So I'll be on the lookout. I'll be live pretty much throughout the day tomorrow. And if you don't see me then tune in on Monday. I'm going to start kicking up the training schedules. So I'll see you then. And thanks to everybody who's contributed to the channel. I appreciate you.
We are same, but different, but still same. Huh?
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
All right.
I do some shit like that?
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotion. We'll see.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.